I remember the first thing that I ever said on Twitter about this case was that I had represented murderers that I liked more than Amber Heard. And that was, quite popular amongst a certain segment of Twitter.
Nose doesn't appear to be injured in any of these pictures, does it, Miss Heard?
That's why I'm wearing makeup.
And makeup covers up swelling, right?
Makeup will not cover up swelling. Ice will, though.
No, it won't.
No.
Ice will cover up swelling?
Ice reduces swelling. Normally, the swelling after that kind of injury is not as bad as you might imagine. And for me,
Okay.
it wasn't that
Now
bad.
she's a medical expert.
I have a picture of it underneath the makeup. That's how I know how to reference it.
Do you? Where's
A picture
the
you haven't produced or shown to
did.
this jury, right, Miss Heard?
I produced everything.
But you haven't shown it to this jury.
I would very much like to. It's not my job.
Talk to your counsel. Ma'am.
Hello. Welcome to this stream. I'm so happy to see everyone again. This is the docuseries stream. I don't know what to title this one. We'll call it Stir the Pot. The Stir the Pot stream. I am joined today by the one and only, I'm not great at introductions, so forgive me, Jax. She's here. Jesus Christ.
What's up?
I'm so happy
What's
to-
up?
First and foremost, thank you so much, Lady of the Hour. I'm not.
Of course, man.
I'm so excited. How have you been? How is life in the States? How's life wherever you are?
Wherever I am.
Wherever you are.
Life is good, man. Everything's been good, you know? The writer's strike just ended. Everything's on the up and up.
Oh, yeah, I
Industry's
saw your
coming
strike.
back. Hopefully the actor strike is gonna end soon. So, you know, it's all going in the right direction. Everything's cool.
That's amazing to hear, because I saw your tweet on it, and that's the first and only tweet I've seen you tweet recently. How was your Twitter?
Oh, yeah.
How was your Twitter hiatus? Like, how did that go?
Fine. It was lovely, to be honest. I went and chilled with my family for a while. Contrary to popular belief, I don't live in Twitter. So I had plenty of other things to do. Hang out with my friends. Went to see my family. Ran away from a hurricane, which was kind of fun and interesting. A hurricane in Los Angeles. But no, dude, everything's been cool.
I'm guessing you've done one of the things that many of us dream to do who do live online, like myself, which is touch grass. You touch grass, right?
Yes.
You did that. Great. You done activities that I'm very enviable of. I'm very enviable.
For sure.
But
I get it.
Because like I said, I've always wanted to. I reached out to a lot of people, as you do, when you're putting together a big project. A lot of people said no. Most people didn't even get back to me. But you are the only person that I've declined and have been like, hey, no, you can't do it. Because the people that, you're always going to get no's, right? You're always going to get no's. But you're the only one that I've been like, no, you got to change your mind. Please, I'm begging you. Please, I'm on my knees. Please. You're the only one that I've actually groveled for.
Well, it's funny because I said, like, no, I didn't want to, be in your film and stuff, but that I would help you behind the scenes, with your questions and stuff. Yeah. So, we've done a lot of that. I'm happy to do a stream like this anytime, but yeah, I've been so like on this train of thought of like, bro, it's over. Everything's over. I don't want to be in any more fucking documentaries. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Sometimes you text me this big long ass shit about some evidence, and I'm like, I really just can't right now. Like, let me get back to you tomorrow.
I remember. I was like, oh yeah. I even remember when the first part of this came out, and you were like, I ain't stop reading the comment section. Stop messaging me this.
Yeah.
Go to bed. Go to bed.
That too.
Nah.
Like,
But
bro, just let it go.
No, but I am really excited to have you here because I have noticed a lot of things with this. Of course, if you're not coming to answer anything, to just say, hey, I'm not gonna answer that because, but first and foremost, the trial, because you were there. Now this is what I really want. I really wanted to talk to you about. What was that like, seeing everything in the courtroom, seeing Amber testify live? Like, talk me through that for 1 second, because I really, it was different seeing it on TV, but seeing it live, what was that like?
To be honest, I don't think it was, like, to me personally, was not some big, I don't know, thing that I can tell you about that was spectacular and super special or something in some sort of way. It was very by the book. First of all, I have sat on a jury before, so I sort of knew what to expect as far as, being quiet and listening to the judge and procedurally how things were going to go, at least technically, not, the madness obviously that ensued with Amber testifying and all that shit, but the technicalities of the court and whatnot. I sort of had an idea of what to expect and how to behave and that sort of thing. So as far as all that, there was no surprises. I would say that the first 3.5 weeks were actually really quiet at the courthouse. We were getting there pretty early, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning to be let in at 7, which wasn't too bad. It would get a lot worse than that once Amber got up on the stand. But those first weeks were really quiet. As far as being in the courtroom, it was fine. I mean, we all sat on Johnny's side of the room, and everyone else was on the other side of the room. I don't associate with those people.
No, I get it. No, I get it.
And it was just like, it was very professionally. What you see as far as, I guess, what would be interpreted as like madness or like hoopla outside the courthouse, that doesn't happen until way later.
Yeah.
That first 3.5, 4 weeks before the break was like very chill.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, you mean are you referencing the alpacas and all of that? Like.
Yeah. The alpacas, the people with the signs, all that shit. Like all the the throngs of people outside the entrance where she and he were going into. That really wasn't happening till way later. I mean, we got in easily for that first month.
Okay. I've been watching a lot of your breakdowns in regards to a lot of the evidence that's come out. Well, can I say maybe I believe it was the unsealed documents time when they were starting to come out. And was there anything that you have noticed that we may have missed? Let me start with that. Like that has not been talked about, but you're like, why are you guys not talking about this kind of thing?
No, not really, because I'm like, why are we still talking about this at fucking all?
No. But I mean, what I do have to ask the question though, because how comes you feel like that? Because how do I put it? I understand where you're coming from. Actually,
why do I feel like burnt out, and why are we still talking about it?
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine you've been following it for 6 years. You've been following it for
7.
7. Wow, that's even longer than my math is really off. 7 years. You've been following it for 7 years. I can imagine you were burnt out, but like surely a lot that has come out must have been like, hey, this has to be mentioned or something like that. Did you notice anything like that, or is it one of those ones where you're like, I've seen this before?
Yeah, I've seen this before.
Yeah.
There was nothing that was like shocking. I mean, the way that skid marks went running around with unsealed documents like they meant anything other than making allegations that were totally destroyed. It's he's like irrelevant. No, I didn't care at all.
Okay. Let me read some more chats here. Also, super chat is also enabled. If you want to support the channel. I gotta say that now.
Oh yeah, y'all hook Heinz up with some super chats. Come on. Born to be a condiment.
Okay. I was the first one who was very naive and thought it was all over after the. No, I'm not gonna lie. He's not the only one. I actually thought this would be it after the.
Me too.
After the verdict, and then when I read the first article by I can't be on saying her name is blasphemous now, but.
Hey, you got a super chat. Fuck yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Thank you so much, JH.
You need to dance.
Massive shout out to you for this is my first ever super chat and it's $2.79. I'm going to this money right here and I'm going to plaster on my wall. It's going
there you go.
Yes.
Print that shit out.
Printing it out. But thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate you. JH is my first super chat. I will let everyone know that. But
that's awesome.
You are awesome for the super chat. But what was that? Yeah, the blasphemous Charlotte Praman, who has been really quiet lately, and I'm not surprised. I am absolutely not surprised. But she was guns blazing on the 1st of July when the verdict hit. It's like they were all planning this. It's like June. Yeah, it's like they were all planning this and like oh we got this article set up. Once we hear the verdict, press print everywhere, bang, bang, bang.
I felt exactly the same way. You know, the verdict dropped and within an hour there was 4 articles that hit that were totally like trashing everything. I was like, oh fuck this. Fuck this. They were ready. They knew she was gonna lose, man. They were ready.
But did you I personally after that first one dropped, and then I was like, okay, cool, it's going to be for a few more months, and then it would die off. Did you think it would last for like a year? Even to the point that
we talked about this before. I thought by like the holidays last year, it would pretty much like die off.
Another super chat here, Deanna Gress. Love you guys, $4.99. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's super nice. Thank you.
I appreciate this. I'm gonna right. If you have any questions for Jax or anything like that, please feel free to ask. But I am just overwhelmed right now. I appreciate every single support that you have that you're showing right now. I do have to ask you, Jackson, as well. Have you seen I want to how damn, I had the questions in my head, but no, I'm having one of those anxious moments. I'm having one of those anxious moments. But I wanted to ask you, specifically, if you have seen these medical notes before.
What medical notes? The ones that are coming out now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The therapist shit.
Yes. The one that she done with Dr. Hughes, and we're gonna go through them.
The stuff people are posting all over Twitter now.
Yeah.
No, I have not seen those before.
You have not seen?
No.
Do you have thoughts about them?
Do I have thoughts?
Yes. Yeah, I actually want to. No, because the narrative that's actually going on right now is pretty much insane. It's pretty much insane that you could see somebody like you could see somebody admit to their therapist that they let me say it slowly. Let me say it slowly. I wanted to have sex. He didn't really want it. We did. He went to work. It's so much. It's so etched in my head. It's so etched in my head that I can quote it now. I am lost for words, but you seeing that, have you seen the narratives around it? Let me answer that. What do you think of all of this?
I don't think, I'm not surprised by it at all. People aren't gonna like what I'm gonna say, and I know why it is this way, because the truth is this way, but it does make it more difficult to fight on Twitter, which I think is not a useful thing to do anyways. But besides the point, is like, we know that Amber lies and twists things and will say whatever she feels like she needs to say in order to make herself look good, or say something that she thinks is like helpful to her case or whatever. So as you go through those notes, you can tell like what is a blatant lie, based on trial evidence and all that shit. Like, we already know what happened and what didn't happen, right? So you can go through those notes and be like, this didn't happen. This never happened. And then you get to a piece like that and you're like, oh.
You cannot believe your eyes, basically.
That probably happened, but what's more, why does she think this is good for her? Like, why does she think this is helpful? She did the same thing with the audio recordings, right? Like, she thinks that she comes off as like, I don't know, fucking winning or something when she's saying all I did was throw pots and pans and all this shit.
I mean, I've never seen an abuser try to break up with their victim before. I mean, like, for someone, like, not even once, maybe once you can find it, but three times,
yeah,
and each and every time the victim uses makeup sex to get back with the abuser. I'm sorry, like, going through all those notes, I think I messaged you this as well. I was thinking to my head, why am I covering this? Because it's so clear cut.
I couldn't believe that you started covering it like after, because by the time we got through the verdict, I was like, holy shit, I want to light my computer on fire. Like, I'm done with this. How do I bleach my brain? I am so done. Like, the end, huzzah, rah, rah, rah. And you're like, I'm going to do a documentary. I'm like, fuck that.
I cannot believe you are absolutely right. Like, covering it after the case and with the amount of detail that I've done, I did not. That's what I'm saying. I did not dive into this portion. Like the UK case, I actually didn't dive into it. I just read the judgment. I thought that was sufficient. So I did not.
If you have regular, reading comprehension, of course, just reading the judgment is sufficient to be like, what the fuck is this?
No, that was even bad. But that was really bad. But looking into what everyone was arguing, I was like, wait a second, wait. The judge actually sided with this? Like, how do you side with this? And that's not even me trying to throw shade to the UK system or
I'll throw shade. Fuck them.
But it just didn't. I was like, no. I've looked at this thoroughly. Like, it's not adding up. And because I think it was the detox, which is why I contacted the nurse that I did to try and explain what was going through the detox. He was a late contact. You know what I mean? Like, that was, I had done all my interviews beforehand. But when I when I researched, I was like, okay, I need to, no way. Because the judge actually said he imagined Amber withholding medical evidence. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, are you joking right now? But yeah, like, looking at all, knowing what you knew, like, are you surprised with the documentaries that's coming out in covering this case?
No.
Why you saying no? There's been 4. There's been 5, by the way. No, 5. Yeah, NBC, Discovery,
Are you asking if I'm surprised that they're horribly biased and trying to change public perception of the fucking trial? No, I'm not.
People are making. Wow.
The fuck.
Wow, surprise.
There's gonna be more. There's another documentary coming from fucking HBO or some damn place.
You're joking.
I'm not joking.
No way. What are they gonna say? Like that she's not a rapist?
Listen, everybody has to stay within the same lines because, you know, contrary to what the Turdians want you to believe about the verdict, if she starts talking a bunch of shit, she's gonna get that thing plastered in her face again with hopefully some sanctions and whatever other legal shit.
Oh, so she's gonna be interviewed for the HBO one?
No, I'm just saying, like, they all have to walk the same line of like what they say or don't say because, you know, if she says anything or whatever, then it's it's already been adjudicated as defamatory. So
yeah, no, 100%.